Hey, it's Necktie. Welcome to episode 11 of Road to 5 Million. And in this episode, we will continue taking our Halloween treats to St. George, Utah. And we'll talk a little more about trucking. Let's get into it. Isn't that so sweet looking? Okay, so just a recap in case you don't remember. I decided to pull over here and get gas and take a 10-hour break. There's not really much else to do other than that rain is loud. Lights on. That's weird that... I wonder if that's a bug in that mod. Oh, I guess I can kind of see it hitting the ground now. Okay. Anyway. Light check on everything. Yep, the blinky blinkers work. The blinky blink thingies. I'm not noticing any... Maybe I am. I know I changed that underglow in the truck to white in the last episode, but I'm not noticing much of it. Maybe it's because I'm under that parking lot lamp. Oh, yep, that's what it was. Okay, so now technically we're not supposed to go out this way. Oh yeah, I guess we can. This is really the way we should have came into, but like I said, there weren't any signs that said trucks enter here or trucks exit only. So how y'all doing today? Or evening?
After 50 yards,
Whenever you're watching this.
right.
I believe it's Thursday for you guys. If you watch this when it comes out, that is. Alright, so we are good, just making sure. Which at nighttime, typically, especially at this time of night at 2 in the morning, typically there isn't a lot of traffic on the road due to the realistic traffic AI I have.
Turn right.
You know what? Since I'm kind of pointed this way, we'll see if I get a fine. Nope, because I was pointed that way enough. Okay. Guess I should probably turn my windshield wipers on. Sounds like I need to change the wiper blade too, they're kind of squeaky. those RPMs up so high. Typically, for those that don't know, now if you're heavier will run the RPMs up a little more. But also that's where you waste fuel doing that. So typically, what the hell happened there? Typically you want to upshift at 1500 RPM and downshift at 12. Okay, so if y'all are wondering what happened there, I feel like I need to change my underwear just a little bit because I went to press a button on my Stream Deck to shut my lights off so I could see my monitor better, and I hit the wrong button and it didn't shut my game down, it just took it off the screen, so I couldn't see it. Yeah, so that's what happened there. How I did not get in an accident, I don't know, but Jesus take the wheel, maybe, I guess is what that was. Again, I've said it before, I'm seriously considering putting the tagline on this channel, welcome to the shit show. So anyway, hours of service, that's what we were going to talk about. And for anyone that is familiar with hours of service, if I get something wrong, comment down below. So the main thing to know about hours of service is that you have there's 3 clocks that you need to be worried about. There's a 70-hour clock, a 14-hour clock, and an 11-hour clock. The 70-hour clock is you can't work more than 70 hours in a 7-day period. Well, 7-day period. Your 14-hour clock is your duty clock. So you can't be on duty for more than 14 hours in a day. And then your 11-hour clock is your driving clock. So the easy way to think about that is when your duty clock starts, you've got 11 hours within that 14 hours to drive. For example, you wake up like we just did back there, and you start your day with a pre-trip. So you have to go on duty to do your pre-trip. That has to be... It just has to be. You have to be on duty when you do your pre-trip. Whether it takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, half hour. You have to be on duty to do that. Now, everything is electronic logs now. So if it literally takes you 3 minutes to do a pre-trip, then that's obviously what gets logged. Back when I first started and back before electronic logs, you had paper logs. And those increments were 5 minutes, so you had to do everything in 5-minute increments basically. which really sucked when it came to fueling, because you can actually fuel a truck in under 5 minutes and really under 10 minutes, but sometimes you'd have to log, so you're, see what I'm saying? You're screwing yourself in a sense. So electronic logs are better in that aspect. Anyway, getting back to starting your day. So you go on duty to do your pre-trip, which starts your 14-hour clock. So now your 14-hour clock is ticking, and you haven't even started driving yet. Now, the minute you start driving, you have to go to the drive line, which back then on paper logs, you would do all that shit just as you're driving, if you do it correctly. Or you would maybe forget, and then when you had to pull into a scale house or something, you're like, oh shit, I need to update my logbook quick, and then you would, you know, hopefully the line was long enough and you could get that shit updated before you got up there. So then you start driving, right? And then let's say you drive for 3 hours or whatever, and then you have to stop and get fuel. And then you come off the drive. Holy crap, I couldn't see that car for anything. And then you have to come off the drive line, obviously, and go down to on duty for fueling. And then let's say you pull up and you got to go in and use the bathroom, whatever, get more snacks, whatever it is. For that, you can be sleeper berth or off duty, which means you're that's just what it is. You're either off duty or sleeper berth. But that doesn't stop your 14-hour clock. Your 14-hour clock is still ticking. So now let's say that you drive another, you know, we've already driven 3. Let's say you drive another 2 hours, right? And now there's an accident on the highway or something, or whatever it is, and now you sit there for 2 hours. Guess what just happened? Your day just got really bad because now you don't have enough time left on your 14. You may have the drive time to get where you wanted to go, but you can't get there because your 14-hour clock will expire. So you have to shut down. Which in this game, if you noticed when we slept, it basically gave us 14 hours. Which technically isn't correct, but I get it. I mean, it's fine for a game. But yeah, there's all sorts of crap like that you get into that and for example, what I just had happen at the end of episode 10 and the beginning of this episode is, you know, something happens or whatever, and you look down and you're like, oh shit, I didn't figure that out correctly, or what happened there, right? And then you have to be able to figure it out on the fly pretty quickly. And you better hope that it didn't really screw you up to where you're going to be late for your delivery, or if you had another load booked after your delivery to go pick up, that it doesn't screw any of that up. Now, I mean, life happens, and sometimes that shit does happen. I mean, I've literally sat, where was it? Was it Ohio or was it West Virginia? When I was on the John Deere account hauling oversize, I've literally sat in a truck stop for 2.5 days because of the weather. It was wintertime and they had a bad storm come through. Now, could other trucks leave? Yeah, sure, they could, but guess what couldn't? Oversize. So now, when you're talking about your 70 hours, in order to reset that 70, you have to have a 34-hour break. And that 34-hour break can be combination sleeper off duty, but it has to be consecutive.
After 100 yards, turn
So, for example, for me, in my last 6 years, every time I got home Friday morning, I would go off duty, right? When I pulled in the driveway, I'd put myself off duty. And then when I walk back out to the truck Sunday morning and go on duty, it'd typically be about 40 hours or so that I was home. But yeah, I've had to do plenty of 34-hour breaks in a truck stop too, and that's usually a good time to do laundry. But normally what you'll do is I mean, if you can, depending on how your week is going, you'll normally plan those on the weekend, usually, is what I try to do anyway. Yeah, nowadays with electronic logs, I mean, you can't really screw it up because you don't even have to put yourself on the drive line with electronic logs. It's the minute that truck starts moving now. It used to be there was a buffer. I mean, you could almost go like a mile and a half, 2 miles before your truck went on the drive line, but they had one too many instances where people were getting into accidents either in the truck stop or right outside the truck stop, and obviously they weren't on the drive line, which is illegal. So y'all know anything that's government regulated, I mean, hey, let's put more shit in there, right? So now it's pretty much where the minute that truck starts moving, it automatically goes to the drive line. And let's say you pull into fuel or you pull in anywhere, right? And you forget to put yourself in sleeper or whatever it is. After a certain amount of time, the logs know the truck's not moving, so it will drop you down to on duty. But yeah, it's really a pain in the ass now because I could literally save some time, especially on the 3M account, because I could get to 3M and check in, put myself in sleeper, drive around the building, drop my trailer, come back out and park, and still be in the sleeper berth. Saving myself, you know, about 10 minutes a day, basically.
Go straight.
But once they did that change, I couldn't do that anymore. When I started, it was still paper logs, and it was fantastic. I got really good at creative line drawing, as we called it. I mean, because with paper logs, you could just, you know, rip the page out and start over. I remember my dad telling me when he drove a truck I was born in, I don't know when he sold his truck or got done trucking, but I was born in 73, so I would say the rest of the 70s, possibly early 80s. I don't know if he was still trucking in the 80s or not, but I remember he's told me on more than one occasion how at one time he used to have 3 logbooks in his truck. Which, to me, baffles my mind. I had a hard enough time fudging numbers on one and keeping that shit straight. I couldn't imagine having 3 separate ones. But, I mean, that's how it was back then. And that's probably also why there's electronic logs now. It's fun while it lasted. Well, hey there, Dodge Ram Quad Cab. How you doing? So yeah, that's kind of hours of service in a nutshell. I mean, it's not as complicated as it... Okay, truck. It's not as complicated as it sounds. And once you get your head wrapped around it, it's really... And again, with the electronic logs, it's... I mean, kind of with anything nowadays, right? Electronic, you don't even have to think. Like, you have to literally use no brain power. Because you can just look at your log that's on your dash. And that was the other thing too with paper logs. You would have to figure out at the end of the day, you would have to figure out your on-duty time, your driving time, and then add all that crap up, you know, and then subtract that from your 70 and keep a rolling total and all that stuff. And that's where a lot of people got in trouble. Like, you'd forget to carry a 1 or something like that, right? And think you had more hours than you really did. And yeah. And nowadays too, like I was saying, how you could correct a paper log, you can sort of correct an electronic log. Like, you can edit your on-duty time, you can edit your off-duty time, and you can edit your sleeper berth. I don't know if other companies are different, but I know for sure for Transport America, which is now CFI, you could not edit that driveline at all. And if you called the log department to have them edit it, you better have a damn good excuse, because they probably wouldn't edit it for you either. Because these companies get, you know, can get audited. And if it's not correct. And that's the other thing too, if you pull in to a scale house or even get pulled over by highway patrol, whatever the hell it is, and they want to see your logs, you show them the e-log, and then they could actually type in their information and have it sent to them electronically and look through your last 7 days. I will say though, with e-logs, it's not as prevalent anymore because, again, if you're out of hours, you're not going to be able to go anywhere. That the E-log's going to yell at you and basically say you're out of hours, like stop driving and all that crap. But it's one of those things that if you're a new driver and you're not cognizant of or keeping a close eye on, I mean, it can get away from you pretty quick. And then you find yourself screwed, kind of like I did at the last part of the episode, in episode 10.
100 yards, turn right.
And this is just a game. I mean, could you imagine it in real life? I mean, in real life, it could literally screw up your weekend, like you're not getting home, sort of thing. So, oh, it said turn right. Why do I have my left blinker on? Because I'm talking again and not paying attention. I kind of like that truck over there. That's really what I was looking at, not gonna lie. That orange one. So yeah, that kind of goes back to the whole, I mean, trucking's not a bad, it's not a bad gig, it's just, it's not for everyone. And that's one thing I hate about the industry nowadays, honestly, is with everything, it seems like in this world, is we have to cater to everyone, right? Like, we gotta cater to it. So all these companies are buying automatic trucks. So anybody can drive them, right? Now, there's a couple of different variations. I mean, I'm sure I don't need to stop here anymore because we're already full of fuel. Will that clear that icon? Yes. Okay.
After 100 yards, turn
I think
right.
there's a viewpoint up here. Y'all want to stop? Yeah, there is. Undiscovered viewpoint up to the right. Oh, the Grand Canyon. Yeah, we gotta stop and see that, don't we? Let me get out of here and make sure that... It'd be cool if you could take an air balloon trip, huh? I guess that's what we're about to do in a way. Alright, there's a truck coming because I was pissing around. Don't worry, I'll finish my story about catering to everyone. Where's the... Oh, it's right up there. Okay. Is that on the road? No, it's on the shoulder. The question is, can I get in there and out of there with this car right there? Will it still trigger it? Yes. Nice, look at that. That was almost somewhat professional, wasn't it? Alright, I guess I can turn those off now that it's done raining. Turn that off. Oh, Glen Canyon. I thought it was Grand Canyon. My bad. I should have known that because we aren't even close to the Grand Canyon. Alright, hey, the car's going too. Nice. Oh, no, the car's still there. Okay, let's not get run into here. Alrighty. Let's get that show back on the road. So yeah, back to the catering to everyone. Y'all thought I forgot, didn't you? I didn't. But yeah, so everybody can, you know, drive an automatic, but loan installment. These companies now, though, just... I don't know. The whole trucking industry is a shit show, really, because these companies do whatever and try and get these, you know, give these incentives and promise the world to these drivers, and then, I don't know, 75% of the time, 80% of the time, treat them like shit. Or don't do what they say they're gonna do, right? So now you have a pissed off driver that isn't happy doing what they're doing. They're probably going to underperform. And then if they're married and have kids or whatnot, then they have that added stress, right? So it's a complete recipe for disaster. Setting someone up for failure before they even start. You know, and then you have some of these companies like CR England. And if you work for CR England, my apologies. But they'll apply for... Actually, I'm not apologizing, because it's dumb. And it shouldn't be allowed. But they apply for waivers because there's a law or something in the FMCSA regulations, which is the Federal Motor Carrier Association. There's an FMCSA regulation, I believe it is. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. To where you can't have a... Good Lord, sorry, that rumble strip is... Loving this direct drive wheelbase, but damn. Okay, gather your thoughts now. Going up this hill, I got all discombobulated there. But they apply for a waiver, and I can't remember exactly what it is, but bottom line is it allows them to not be in the passenger seat when their trainees driving or something like that. Because you can't just, obviously, right? Think of your teenager that has their permit, right? You're not just going to let them freaking drive and you go to sleep in the back seat, are you? No. Similar thing, but CR England applies for a special waiver or whatever, and the freaking government approves it. So now CR England has all of these team trucks that effectively is a trainer and a trainee, and they're running it as a team truck.
After 50 yards,
Meaning when one's driving, the other's sleeping.
go straight.
There's no issue with that. You know what I mean? But then how much is the trainee actually learning when you're just get tossed into the driver's seat? And I'll be honest, my first trainer that I had was Swift, the dumbass that backed the trailer into another truck at a truck stop in Arizona, as a matter of fact. He tried to do that shit
Keep left.
literally the day he picked me up.
Yards, turn left.
He said he wanted to see how long I could drive. Yeah, well, I got news for you, dude. He actually thought I was going to drive out my whole 11-hour clock. Yeah, okay. Like I'm new, right? Not to mention, I'm on somebody's truck I don't know, and I'm already freaking intimidated. You know what I mean? So, nervous as hell. Anyway, but that's just... there's so much shit in the trucking industry that's wrong. And it's honestly, it's not gonna change. And one of the main things that's wrong, let's go back to your logs, right? So let's say you have an appointment and the frickin' grocery distribution warehouses are the worst. Most of them. There's a couple that I was at that were great. As a matter of fact, I think one of them's in, is it Fort Dodge, Iowa? Anyway. But those guys, you would get there the night before, and there was literally a guy that would knock on your door at 4 a.m. and ask for your paperwork and phone number. And about an hour later, he would call you with a door that you had to back into. I mean, super simple. But there are some that, you know, let's say your appointment is 9 a.m. in the morning, right? Well, number one, you better not get there at 9:01. Because now you're late, and your ass will sit there all damn day. They'll be like, oh, we'll fit you in. Yeah, bullshit. You will be the last damn truck that they unload. And you may have to go in multiple times and remind them, okay? So that's one of them. But, for example, your appointment's at 9. Let's say you get there at 8:30, right? There's a good chance, depending on the warehouse, you may not get out of there until noon, 2 o'clock, maybe. So now think about that. They wouldn't allow you to park there at night, so you had to park somewhere else. So you already had to start your clock to drive there. So now when you get there, your 14-hour clock's already running, and now they take 5 hours to unload you. Or more, right? Same thing can happen with shipping. You could be there well before your appointment time, and you could end up, and none of that's going to change until shippers and receivers are held accountable for shit. So that's where, I mean, and then you have these companies that are telling these drivers, well, you need to, you know, you need to get that load there. Well, there's only so much shit you can do, right? Like, oh, you need to hurry up and get there. Okay, well, number one, don't govern my damn truck then, right? Let me go the speed limit at least. But no, a lot of these trucks are governed at 62 miles an hour typically for company trucks. And then if you're an owner-operator, most of the big companies let you go 68. If you're leasing a truck from them, if you own your own truck, like if you bought it from a dealer and then brought it to them to lease on, then they'll typically not have you governed. But again, you're leasing on to them, so if you sign the lease and it says your truck has to be governed, you can't bitch about it because you signed the damn lease, right? So that's the other thing. Make sure you read shit before you sign it. But so these trucks are governed partly because of fuel mileage, right? Because obviously the faster you go, the more fuel you're burning. Now, when you talk about some of these companies that have thousands of trucks, that shit adds up, right? And then the other thing is, they say it's a safety issue. All right, whatever. I've got news for you. These new trucks, for example, the one I sold in 21 was a 21, but I got it in 20. Because typically the trucks are a year ahead of... The model year's a year ahead of the actual year. Anyway, there was one option my truck didn't have, and that was called the lane keep assist. But it had everything else. It had the front radar that would tell me how fast the car is going in front of me. It would tell me how far away from the vehicle I was in front of me. If I was too close, it would start beeping. And, you know, then if I was within that window for too long, well, then I get a critical event that would pop up on the logging device. And then it would also... We just yawned. See what I'm talking about? I haven't even pissed around. Okay, so we stopped at the whatchamacallit, but I've got an hour and 47 minutes before I have to take another break. And we've got an hour and 3 to get there. Wow. And a hill. Brake check area. Yep. They work. I've never used a runaway ramp on this game. I wonder if... I've actually never used one in real life either, thank God, but I wonder what they do in game. I wonder if there's a collision right there so you can't even get into it, or... Alright, I got totally freaking sidetracked. Yeah, so the truck had the radar on the front. Wow, this Jake's holding that perfectly. Okay, so back to the radar. Sorry, that was kind of fun. I almost want to go back up and do it again, but I don't have enough time. So with that too, once you set your cruise, right, it would keep you within that safe distance. So that's another thing that, like, the normal person doesn't understand. 95% of the trucks out on the road, and take a look next time you're out if you've never seen it, but look down at the front bumper, especially of any one of the new Freightliners, Kenworths, whatever, you're gonna see a little black square. That's the radar. And then take a look at the upper middle of the windshield, and that's like a camera system that helps with the lane assist and all that crap. Because the other thing is, my truck had, if you cross the line or whatever, you would actually, your stereo would cut out and this loud ass rumble strip sound would play in the speakers. And then, like I was saying, the option I didn't have is the lane keep assist, where it would actually keep you in the lane. But back to the radar portion, that will apply the brakes and all that crap. So just automatically, because it's all built into the system, right? So in a sense, all you really have to do is hold the steering wheel driving a truck nowadays. To break it down to the simplest denominator there. But it's also a pain in the ass because of the whole following distance thing, right? So the radar tries to keep you at a safe following distance, and it's all based on speed. So when you're in traffic or whatever, and so that's why you see trucks not right up on cars, right? So it's really frustrating as a truck driver when you leave that space and then you've got other cars that keep going into that, because now you have to slow down. If you don't slow down, your freaking electronic stuff's going to go nuts, and then you're going to get in trouble with your company because you're going to have... Oh, look, our screen is dimming. you're going to have critical events that, you know, the safety guy is going to be calling you, that you have to explain yourself, like,
After 50 yards.
and I won't even get into the drive cam shit.
Keep left.
Maybe I will now that I said it. And I didn't pay attention on my last lease. My first lease I had with Transport America did not have a camera, but the second truck did. Just the inside part wasn't turned on. Which if it would have been, I would have ripped up that lease and threw in their face. I wouldn't have taken the truck. But yeah, so most of these trucks now too with the companies have outward facing drive cams and inward. So when you get a critical event like that, the camera automatically starts recording the outside and the inside. Wow. We are going to have an issue here, folks. I've got 13 miles to go, 12 miles to go, and I've got 14 minutes before I get fined. And I guarantee I'm going to get fined.
Exit right ahead.
Unless I don't see anything on that map. I need to pull this up quick. I may have to take another break right quick. Wrong button, Ty.
Keep left.
Figure your buttons out. You're the one that mapped them. Okay, so we're going there. No, I literally have to go here. Trip time, 26 minutes. Oh, next checkpoint, 15. And I've got 10. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this. This is going to be interesting.
50 yards, turn right.
Because I'm not going to... Okay.
Turn right.
You may get to see me crash. Not that you haven't seen it before, but I mean, this may be...
Keep left. After 50 yards,
Wait a minute.
turn left.
What in the hell did this just do?
Turn left.
Which doesn't help because... Thanks, GPS. Fucking thanks. I should have looked at that better, so now I just wasted even more time. I should make a series on, hey, watch this jackass and don't do what he does. That would probably be a good series. And the stoplight. You're getting tired. You should find a
Keep
parking
right.
spot. Yep.
After 50 yards, go straight.
30.
Go straight.
Yeah, I've only got 6 minutes to do this. If I wanted to be an asshole, I could have done a U-turn right there, but... I mean, this is... realistically, though, this is kind of shit you have to deal with in real life, right? Except in real life, your screen's not going to go dim and turn black. But you may have to... Something may have happened, and in order to get to a safe parking spot, you may be running illegally. And then I can guarantee you that your safety person's going to be calling you the next morning, if not the next day, or the, you know, a day after that. Your fleet leader for sure is. And then if the answer they give the safety person doesn't appease the safety person, then the safety person's going to call you. And then you're going to get a lecture on, oh, how you need to, you know, pay more attention and watch your time, and then, yeah.
50 yards, turn left. Turn left.
As if you don't already know that, right? But while they're sitting in the comfort of their own home or whatnot, working from home. I mean, I'm sure it's with any job though, right? Trucking has its stuff, and I'm sure everybody else that's listening to this has their things that but it's just there are so many things wrong with the trucking industry. And a lot of it has to do with people and whatnot making decisions that have no freaking clue about the trucking industry, right? But since they were elected, you know what I mean? I mean, there are organizations like OIDA, the Owner-Operator Independent Driver Association.
Turn left.
Turn left here.
Keep left. Keep left.
That, you know,
After 50
advocate and
yards,
lobby
turn
and all that sort of thing, but it's
Cross the rotary. Second exit.
cross the rotary. Is that what it is? It's not a roundabout, it's a rotary.
Exit ahead. Keep right. After 50 yards, turn right.
I'm at 0 minutes,
Turn right.
so you're probably going to see a little fine thing pop up in the middle of the screen here shortly. And it wouldn't surprise me if... Okay, so why does it have us...
Yards, exit right ahead.
It has us going right. Why do we have to go right to go
Exit right ahead.
straight ahead? Yep, see, there's the first fine. I need to pop out because I can't see because of my visor. That's the first $140. It's raining again. Thanks for running into me, car. At least I didn't get fined.
Turn right.
Okay, it looks like we may have got lucky with the whole... Wait a minute. Okay, that's why I was supposed to go right. Nice. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna get another fine. Because we're at the delivery spot. So, that's why I was supposed to go right. Okay, you saw that, right? I just got a red light violation, and I got ran into again. Wow, this is freaking... turn into an awesome episode, isn't it? Yeah, and this is going black, which is going to make parking this. Okay, I'm not going to be able to turn into this over here, am I? Yeah, I am. Okay. Oh, whatever. honestly may have to go into the menu and turn off fatigue simulation. As a matter of fact, I know I'm gonna have to Oh no, you can't turn left there. Yeah, you can. No, you can't. Alright, awesome. Way to go, Ty. You're just doing awesome today, aren't you? Let's go, bus. And I can't turn around down there. I actually need to stay out here to make sure nothing comes down. Stop honking your fucking horn. Well, if nothing else, these episodes can't say they don't lack entertainment, can you? Okay, so can I turn here? This is going to be a good one. Where does this go? I need to be in here. No, I can't. Okay, so I have to go straight. To go just to turn around. Be nice if there's a rest area up here just by chance. There's another $140 fine. I also have a feeling this screen is going to turn completely black at the most inopportune time. Okay, so before I do this, I need to check this again. Okay, so that's, now it's having us go there. Why didn't, okay. Of course, it would have had I went the right way the first time. If you've all hung with me this long, appreciate you. Another 140. So what's that, $420 so far? And of course, every freaking light has to be red too, which just slows us down even more. Nope. Screen's getting darker now when it does that. Oh, now we're up to 280. And we got sirens. They're pissed. So now we've spent $700 in fines for sleeping or not sleeping. There's another 280. Do not enter, okay. Can I enter here? Yeah, but I didn't want to. Probably get another $280 fine as I'm trying to do this. Guess I could go through the drive-thru while I'm here. Get me a McChicken or two. Oh, look at that, we're good. Come on, car. Where's the other one? There we go, thank you. Okay, no, it's this one. I almost pulled into the same damn... Am I gonna hit this pole? No, I'm good.
Turn right.
Holy shit, I haven't even delivered yet. Good lord. I'm not cutting any of this out either, just so you know. You're seeing all my fuck-ups. Yeah, I know. I'm not straight, but we're calling it right there. It's a good thing this is a World of Trucks contract and runs in real time and not delivery time. Although, I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. And now we're at night again. Yay. Look at us go. Alright, now we can go deliver this. Although, according to my sim dashboard screen that has the load info on it, it's saying expected Monday. And we're Sunday at 4 a.m., so... Okay, I apparently read my GPS wrong. And we should have turned left instead of right, because now we're just doing a big fucking circle.
After 100 yards, turn right.
Some of you probably are wondering, like, how in the hell did he do this shit for 14 years? I can't wait until I unlock more transmissions too, because I do not like this one at all. Sorry, Jeep, I'd stop and ask if you guys need help, but I'm
Keep right. After 50
kind of
yards,
in a hurry.
Turn right.
Yep, we stopped. You heard the brakes. Okay, wait a minute. haven't been down this one yet. It would be yellow tie if you had been down it. Really? Okay, why did...
Keep right. After 50 yards, exit right ahead. Exit right ahead. Keep right. After 50 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Okay, so now could we pull into the Home Depot in the right spot, Ty?
Keep right. After 50 yards, turn right. Turn right. Keep left. After 50 yards, turn left.
Turn left. I'm assuming at this street light? Yes. And I'm assuming you actually want me out back in the spot, so could you open the gate? Open the gate. That's more like a Menards thing, not a Home Depot. I don't think I've ever delivered to a Home Depot where you had a gate like that. Menards has a security guard out there, though. Okay, let's check this out before we get too screwed up here. Now we're going to be over on the other side, it looks like. It's going to be a door? I guess we'll find out. I mean, you would think it's a door. No, nothing there. Really? See what this does? Like, game, why wouldn't you put it right there or on the other, like in an actual door? I mean, you're not gonna park a freaking van trailer right there, especially at a Home Depot. I mean, if you're at a distribution center, maybe because you have a yard jockey that can come get it, but I mean, it is what it is. We're gonna... See how bad I can screw this up now. Whew. Man, that cuts quick with them tandems all the way forward in this game. I mean, it would. I guess it would in real life too, but not that goddamn quick. Oh well. If this turns green, I'm staying with it. Yep, good enough for government work. They got their freaking load. Lights off, truck off. Do that number. Okay, well, we weren't late. That's good. And we leveled up. So that's good. Alright, so this is 10% higher at rank 2. That's 10% higher at rank 2. That's 6% higher reward for finishing important delivery, 10% higher for finish urgent, and 30% experience bonus. Okay, so we'll put our second one there. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, episode 11 comes to an end. And man, if you made it to this part, thank you from the bottom of my heart. That really turned into a shit show at the end. Not surprising, I guess, but anyway, thank you so much. If you're new here and you like the content, please consider subscribing, drop a like on the video. And until episode 12, y'all take care now. Bye.